Assalamu alaikum guys. Okay, so we are back in this lecture. We are going to do MCQs number 11 to 15, May, June, October, November 2009. The rest of them have been done in the next lecture, and the description to that lecture have been given in the link to that lecture have been given in the description. So please do check that out. Okay, so MCQ number 11. Photochromic glass used for sunglasses darkens when exposed to bright light and becomes more transparent again when light is less bright. Okay, so it actually darkens in light and becomes less dark, or becomes transparent when it is less bright. The depth of the color of the glasses is related to the concentration of silver atoms in here. Okay, these are the following reactions which happen in this case. So in this phenomena, these are the three reactions that occur. Okay, which statement about these reactions is correct? All right, let's look at the first option. Copper positive and copper 2 positive ions act as catalysts. Okay, let's look at them. So copper 2 positive ion is formed over here and it is used up here. So it is, if we consider copper, let's look at copper 1 positive ion first. If reaction 2 occurs first, so and it uses up copper positive ion, but it regenerates copper positive ion in the end. So this actually means that it is a homogeneous catalyst, because it is the property of a homogeneous catalyst that it gets regenerated in the end, and it is in the same phase as the reactants. So yes, this is acting as a catalyst. What about copper 2 positive ion? So if we consider reaction 3 to be occurring first, then copper 2 positive ion have been used up over here and has been regenerated over there. So again, copper 2 positive ions are also acting as homogeneous catalysts. So therefore, yes, option A is correct. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, MCQ number 12. The following graph shows the variation of the property of first 20 elements in the periodic table with the atomic numbers of the element shown. Okay, these are the atomic numbers given on the x-axis, and this is the property. Okay, guys, one important thing to note over here is that this typical mountain-shaped graph over here is actually a graph of the melting points of period 3 elements. Okay, this is what you guys must have done in inorganic chemistry. And at the peak of this graph, it's silicon atom that is sitting up here. So this is actually the property, the melting point, characteristic shape of period 3 elements melting point. So this is actually the melting points graph. Now let's look at MCQ number 13. Okay, which statement correctly describes what happens when silicon tetrachloride is added to water? Okay, silicon tetrachloride plus water forms silicon dioxide and HCl. This is again a reaction from your course, from your theory part, and it forms a white solid and an acidic solution. So which answer option correctly matches this? The SiCl4 reacts to give a precipitate. Yes, it does. And an acidic solution. Yes. So option number C is correct. Okay, let's look at the next MCQ, number 14. The oxide and chloride of an element X are separately mixed with water. The two resulting solutions have the same effect on litmus. Okay, either both are acidic or both are alkaline. What is the element X? Okay, if we look at sodium, sodium chloride is neutral. It does not give any pH, whereas sodium oxide is basic, so different effect on the litmus. What about magnesium? Magnesium chloride and magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide is basic, whereas magnesium chloride is slightly acidic. So again, not the same effect. What about aluminum? Aluminum oxide and aluminum chloride. Aluminum chloride is again acidic, but aluminum oxide does not dissolve in water. So again, not the correct option. The only option left is option D. Yes, because phosphorus oxide gives you an acidic solution, and PCl5 also gives you an acidic solution when dissolved in water. So yes, delta is the correct option. They have the same effect on the litmus paper. What about 15? Which graph correctly describes the trend found in the halogen group? Okay, group 17. X represents a halogen atom. Okay, bond length of chlorine, bromine, and iodine. So as you go from chlorine all the way to iodine, it's actually the increase in radius. As the radius increases, the bond length will actually increase. This is showing that it is decreasing, so A cannot be the answer. What about B? The strength of van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces, as we know, it depends on the number of polarizable electrons. It depends upon the MR of that element. So as we go from chlorine, bromine to iodine, the electrons are increasing and the MR is also increasing. So therefore, this graph is correct. Okay, so that's it for this lecture, guys. The Rest of the videos have been given in the rest of the MCQs have been solved in the next lecture. Link is given in the description, so please check that out. Thank you so much.